All right, everyone. Welcome again to another service for the Open Doorway. It is the last one for the month of March. And today we are celebrating the first day of spring, at least on our calendar. There's maybe still some chill in the air, but as we go forward, the days and the nights get warmer and days get longer. And hopefully it will be full of wonderful activities, whether it be healing, rest, grounding, or fun, laughter, maybe adventure. So as we have that wonderful energy and feeling in our minds and our hearts, let's close our eyes and begin with our invocation. Divine Parent, thank you for granting us this space together as a community of like-minded, like-hearted individuals. Allow us in this space to receive restorative energy. Bring us balance, calm, and serenity to our minds, to our bodies, and allow us to achieve that balance in our everyday lives and to be present in those moments. Ever in your loving embrace, amen. And of course, I'd have you read along with me if you so choose. Our spiritualist principles, aka mantras, that we want to put out into the universe. We subscribe to the following principles. 1, infinite intelligence. The deity, the designing and creating energy for everything in the universe. 2, one universe, many dimensions. From one source came all that is present in our world, our galaxy, and beyond. 3, the immortal soul. Soul is eternal. We seek truth within ourselves, from other souls, from sacred writings, and from the natural order that sustains us. 4, communication between the material and the non-material world. Spirit transcends all dimensions, all souls, flesh and spirit communicate with each other. 5, personal responsibility. Cause produces effect through thoughts, words, and deeds. We create ourselves and our circumstances, and we are singly responsible for our choices and creations. 6, the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It is our highest morality. And while I have you looking at the screen here, we're going to go to the next slide, of course, with what comes in our healing services is putting our focus and our eyes and attention to causes that need that energy, need that focus. And I sent out a link, a little, maybe at the last circle, regarding some organizations, charities that are supporting and helping Ukrainian refugees, as well as the citizens that are still there in Ukraine. And I decided to feature one of those links because if any of you are familiar with the spiritualist church, spiritualist faith, like if you were to go to a Catholic church, you would see a cross, or if you were to go to with a synagogue, that would be a Star of David. Well, if you were to go to a church of spiritualism, you would see a sunflower. And I thought this would be appropriate to feature this particular organization that focuses on helping Ukrainians in this time of need. And they were started in 2014. It originally started in empowering orphans and displaced persons, but has now reorganized and is putting all the funds to those affected by COVID-19, but most recently the Russian military invasion to Ukraine. And they have already fundraised millions of dollars. If you were to go to their website, you would see that they have a goal of about $5 million, and they're already at $3 million in raising funds for this cause. And in the past, what they have done is actually compiled medical supplies into backpacks and sent that overseas to medical professionals, Ukrainian medical doctors and professionals, and made sure that those supplies get to those professionals to help others. But it looks like they're expanding their role to much, much more. So if you'd like to check out more and research more about them and potentially offer some assistance, you can go to their website, which I can send in the chat in just a moment. So I'm just adding this link for everybody. Oh, hello, Mother. What a lovely surprise.
Yeah, I apologize for being late.
Oh, Mom, the door is always open.
That's Open Doorway.
So let's now that we've talked about that good cause for us to put our attention to, I just sent the link into the chat for everybody. Let's begin our bodies and our minds for meditation, which I'm sure we all crave and seek at this moment. Let everybody get comfortable wherever they're sitting. And let's all take a few deep breaths in through our nose, making sure that we're bringing in all that air into our lungs, letting our diaphragm expand, and exhaling through our mouth. Letting that air be felt by your lips. The healing vibration of that cycle of air coming into your body, taking its vibration and its nutrients, all the things that it contains that heals our bodies, and letting out all the excess from our mouth. Begin to be present in this space. Breathe normally, matching the stillness of the room around you. With every breath, your body becomes more and more relaxed. This feeling of relaxation, like a blanket, warm and cozy, is draped over you, calming your mind. All the thoughts going away. Relaxing your neck and shoulders. All the muscles in your face no longer need the tension. That they contain to express ourselves. And allow yourself to let all those muscles in your face fall and relax. And slowly this relaxation makes its way down into your arms, elbows, forearms and wrists, and fingertips, and all the muscles in your hands. You'll begin to feel tingling in your hands and your arms and your fingers. This is normal. That healing vibration of relaxation. Then from your shoulders, let this vibration make its way down your spine and branch off to your upper back and then down into your lower back. And into your hips. Into the rest of your legs and knees, down your calves and in your shins, your ankles, feet, and toes. You feel warm and comfortable, feeling at ease. Body and your mind still. In this space of relaxation, the chair disappears beneath you. The room around you fades away. The image and sound and smell, beautiful piece of nature begins to emerge, full of light and rushing water, and birds singing. As though they're singing to your spirit. Feel peace in this place. See the tall grass and the leaves on the trees. So much green. It looks like one feeds into another. Just a pure, bright green forest around you and around. It's a calming stream. Walk up to this stream. Focus on the crashing of water against rocks, smoothing them. More close to the edge. And decide to dip your hand into the waters, crystal clear, and wonderfully clean. It's water. It looks so clear. It looks so good to taste. Pick up some in your hands. You let be consumed into cold on your lips. And letting this water purified by the rocks and the light and Mother Earth. And let this water go down your throat and into your stomach. You feel refreshed. Purified and blessed by this water filled with light and love and peace. That's what I need. This water soothes your throat. Soothes your stomach. Feel the warmth of your body absorbing this water. Notice your feet need some grounding. Trek all the way to this glorious place. So they too will need to dip into the cool, healing waters. Remove your shoes and your socks. Lift your feet. Play with the grass beneath you. Already feeling powerful vibration that the earth emits. You stand up, you feel centered, balanced, at ease, calm. It's like the ground beneath you. It's pressure on all the muscles in your feet. And its vibration gets its way up into your ankles, into your knees, into your hips. Relaxing them and strengthening them. then after being grounded with some grass and earth beneath you, you want to cool down on your feet. Those healing waters. So, one toe at a time, dip them in. Letting the contours of the rocks beneath you, bottom of the stream, massage, and gently poke, getting all the pressure points. Release. Any tension that we had. Let's all fade away. The water is cold, wonderfully refreshing. And a beautiful contrast to the warm sun on your face, on your neck. And all you feel inspired to do is stand in this water, letting the rocks massage your feet. Look up towards the sun. And let that heat and its rays relax all those muscles. Give light to your brow. You don't have to concentrate on anything at this moment. There are no words. There are no thoughts. Just being. Just being in this place, being a part of nature. You feel the brush of water moving past your ankles. Maybe the tickle of tadpoles and little fishes swimming to their destination. And you feel one with the sound of the fresh water against rocks. And you're cleansed by it. just as the water is cleansed. Down with your feet towards the north. To tiptoe way back to the shoreline. You find some soft moss. Dry your feet. And warm it back up. And let it sunbathe in grass. You too, sit yourself down and lay your back in tall grass and letting the sun hit your face, your arms and feet, your whole body. And wonder the rejuvenating quality of this Mother Earth. How the green, the water, the grass, the dirt, all the animals that live there. And back, return. After many months of winter, they come back as though winter never happened. We continue to lay down in the soft earth. Reciprocal healing in this place. I will leave you for now. Is in this moment of silence. You can hear the nature of life. Now that we've been in this beautiful place for a while, surrounded by the trees, birds, into the birds, lift your spirits, the cooling, calming waters, the earth and rocks that surrounded you. Place your palms together in gratitude of them all. You feel warmth all over your body. Relaxation of all your muscles. And fresh air in your lungs. Put your shoes back on. And begin to make your way back. Out from the forest, away from the stream. It gets quieter as you keep walking. Its cooling, calming sound remains in your minds and in your hearts. You begin to feel, sense chair beneath you, stir of the room around you. Weight of your body. When you are ready, you may open your eyes and return. I hope everybody is relaxed and feeling that rejuvenation from nature as we enter spring, and we continue to receive that throughout the spring and summer. So I hope it's an inspiration to actually go seek that nature, whether it be a beach or a forest or stream, or even maybe a park. And in this same energy, I'm going to share my screen. We are going to say the prayer of healing together. And before we begin saying this together, just keep in our minds those needing this healing energy the most. Those suffering overseas, those that are sick, maybe those are friends or family, maybe just people we don't know, but know that they need this energy and that light. We ask the great unseen healing force to remove all obstructions from our minds and bodies and to restore us to perfect health. We ask this in all sincerity and honesty, and we will do our part. We ask this great unseen healing force to help both present and absent ones who are in need of help and to restore them to perfect health. We put our trust in the love and power of Spirit. Amen. All right. I hope, Jem, that your kitty cat got the healing vibration. It seems like it. You can't meditate without me. That's what the very much like Janet's cats. I'll share a few more things with you. I want to share some events coming up. So April 6th is our next service. That is Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. It will be again a message service, as the first Wednesdays are. And then if and when you need, we have another special healing service coming up on April 17th. And that is a Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And we got some message circles coming up as well. So this Friday, this upcoming Friday, March 25th, is going to be myself and our good friend Siobhan Byrne will be co-conducting with me that Friday at 7. And April 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, we're going to have myself and Eugene Rigo join us, co-conduct with me. Now, Eugene, he was scheduled to do one last month, but because of low attendance, Spirit decided to give him the night off. So we rescheduled, and he's going to come back and co-conduct on April 15th. So if you'd like to join either of those circles, you may reserve your spot at awakeningny.com/workshops. Or if it is most convenient to you, you can also call them at 845-672-4311. Sky, who's one of the people that works at Awakening, she's wonderful and lovely, and she will help you along with making those reservations. And if not Sky, the other wonderful, beautiful people at Awakening will help you. All right. Let's close the service with a benediction, and then we can unmute our mics and talk a little bit. Close our eyes. Take a few deep breaths in. Bring in all that healing vibration that we received this evening. Divine Parent, thank you for granting us healing energy that has restored our minds and our bodies. Let that energy permeate, transform all parts of our mind and our body and our spirit. Perfect health. And let that restorative light and energy be given to others in need. Those asking and wanting it, needing it for others. In your loving embrace, we give thanks. Amen. Amada, where did Amy go?
You know, she tells me, come to my house to do the healing services. I said, are you sure? Then she leaves me here by myself because she took off because the kid who's helping her with the pool couldn't do it by himself. I said, I could have stayed home.
In warmth.
Yeah, right. Not wrapped around like a burrito.
Hi, Abby.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Nice to see you. It was when I opened my eyes from meditation, it was a nice surprise to see you.
Yeah, I'm so sorry I was late. I lost track of time and thought, oh gosh, maybe I can still get in. So I tried.
Of course you can. As I said to my mother, the door is always open. Mm-hmm. So I think early on when I wasn't as proficient in Zoom, I would have the waiting room. And I would have to, I would be focusing on the meditation and then realize, oh wait, I got to let people in that come in late. And I was like, why am I doing that to myself? So with a free service and this the energy of allowing anybody to kind of enter and join in whenever they can during that hour, I should allow it. So I got rid of the waiting room and just when you come, you come.
Oh, that's good. I was so worried I was going to be interrupting you.
No.
So.
And I doubt very much that any of you would come in shouting. At least I would hope not. So, but I hope it was restorative. It most definitely was restorative for me yesterday when I was in Port Jervis. We went on a little bit of an adventure. So I feel like Amada is like, she's smiling because I don't know if she wants me to tell the story of the adventure.
Like, it's up to you. I have no problems with it.
But I feel though it's worth sharing because it just goes to show you how much Spirit provided for us yesterday. It really did. And how even when life throws you in different directions or challenges in your way, that all we could have just done at that moment was just laugh and just go with it and follow the current. But it led us to amazing things. So I decided I brought a friend with me up to Port Jervis, and just because I talk about it all the time. And Friday night, I was pretty tired just before the circle that I was about to do. So I decided, I'm gonna book a hotel room stay the evening in the area. And my friend was like, okay, well, yeah, I'll join you. I don't have anything planned tomorrow. I have the day off, and let's explore. So the next day, Amada was so kind enough to not only drive us around that evening, Friday evening after the circle, but we had, dinner and then drop us off at our hotel. We had adventures in Walmart, which was a lot of fun. But the next day we get picked up by Amada and we drive around. We go to Milford, Pennsylvania, which is really a beautiful area, and walk around and explore. But we all got inspired to go see a waterfall, or go into nature and see a waterfall, because there's so many waterfalls in that area. And we're looking around and we pick one, and we go, we get directions, we go to it, and we find our path, and park the car, and Amada and myself and my friend go venture out into the forest on this path. And some of these paths aren't really marked. And
Oh, dear.
yes, and we can sort of hear the waterfalls in the distance, but we don't know how to get to it, because none of it's really marked. And there's other people, but there's other people around us. There are other people. There's a couple who was like kind of also trying to find where the waterfall is, and then there was another group that we had lost track of. But we were kind of weaving in and out of these pathways in this forest, trying to find the waterfall. And I think at a certain point we feel a little lost, but we're having fun and we're enjoying like the scenery. We passed the stream, and that was beautiful, and the trees and the forest, and it really did feel like a spring day. Sort of cool but mild, and we're kind of roaming around trying to figure it out, and we had no cell phone reception, so we couldn't really use the map. So I decided, it felt like I was driving, wasn't it, Amada? I felt like I was kind of leading the way on the path, mostly because, and I had really no clue where I was going, but I at least I was like, we'll go this way or we'll go that way. And we did get a little turned around, and we found ourselves at a stream, and we came up upon a group of, it must have been like 6 young ladies who were sitting in a circle meditating by the stream. And this is one of the crazy instances. So we're kind of lost. We're not sure where to go to get to the falls, but we come across the stream in this group. And my friend that I had brought with me says, oh my God, I know that one of those, that's my friend in that group. And so they have this, she screams her name, and then there's this reuniting, and they hadn't seen each other in a year's time. And we just stumbled upon each other in both, apparently, according to Jen, who was the friend that my friend encountered, she didn't really know where they were going either. They were kind of lost, their group. So, but they, my friend and this young lady were reunited after a year, and we joined forces and decided, okay, let's group together and find the falls. So I said, okay, let's go in this other direction. And I decide, okay, I'm not going to look for a pathway. I'm just going to follow my ear. So all I do is I go where I can in the woods and just keep listening to the waterfalls getting louder and louder and louder. And eventually I found the edge of this forest line, and we were at the top of the waterfalls.
Wow.
And there was actually a rocky pathway down to this observation deck. So the group as a team supported one another getting down this like steep, rocky hill, and we found ourselves at this observation deck at the very top. And we make our way down, and we just soak in the wonderful vibrations of this waterfall. We part ways from that other group that we had discovered, but we had a lot of laughter and smiles on our faces now that they weren't lost either. They were very thankful. So Amada, my friend, and I continued our journey down through the wooden stairs and then the path that led us to through the forest and to the road, to this road that seemed to go on forever. And it was closed to traffic, so it was just us on this road, and we got to just embrace more of nature around us. We got to camp a little bit on by a river bend or a riverbank, and I dipped my feet in some water, so that's where some inspiration of the meditation came from. I think Amada and my friend thought I was a little crazy, but that was okay. No, Amada understood. It was wonderfully cool and healing, and we continued on our journey, and we're all getting like, okay, when is this road going to end? And first of all, how are we going to get back to where we parked the car? Because we know we started from up on a higher elevation, and now we're at a lower elevation. So we would have to somehow go back up, but we didn't know what road we were being taken to then make our way back. But something told me, and I even expressed to Amada and my friend, I was like, Spirit will provide. I'm not worried about it. I feel like we're gonna find our way. It'll work out. And so we kept on, we talked and had a laugh and a great time. And then we get to the very end of the road. And that's when we're like, okay, now it's like, where do we go from here? And reception is terrible. It's like we're started looking at our phones, and we're just like, okay, we don't know what to do. But at the very end of this road, where it's closed, was a gentleman leaning up against the front of his SUV. And he looked disgruntled,
Oh,
to
boy.
say the least. He didn't look like he was having much fun and having much relaxation. And but Ahmad and I decide, okay, let's talk to this guy. Like, he may know where we are. And we say, okay, sir, hey, like, do you know what road this is? Like, and we got to talking to him, and we started telling him where our car was parked. And then he said, oh, well, that's where I left my family. Like, that's where my family and I, like, we went into the path to get closer to the falls, but it was, we were not sure where to go to get to the falls. I got worried about getting back to the car, that I just decided to backtrack and let them continue on. And then with my car, make my way down to the base, and hopefully, they'll come popping out at the end. And so he knew exactly where we had left the car, because that's where they had entered originally. And he was just at the base of this road waiting for his family to come to the bottom. And he was like, well, if you want, I can give you a ride. And he was saying how much it like, if you were walking this way back, that it would take hours. And so we went into his SUV. My friend was a little like, a little suspicious, wasn't so trusting. She grew up in Dominican Republic, and she was like, okay, don't go into a car with strangers. And I was raised that, but I got a good energy from this gentleman. He talked about how he was a scout leader. He was saying it was his kids that were kids and family that he was with, vacationing with, and Amada and my friend had recognized, because he described the stroller that they were with, that they had, and so, but he gives my friend his license just in case, just to put mind at ease. He was like, no, you should be worried, you should be concerned, but here's my license. Yeah, his name was Dupe, and very funny, nice individual, and he drove us to our car. Yay! The story's not over. So we thank him profusely. We were like, so thank you, many blessings, and we part ways. And he drives back, and we go into our car and we drive away. And I think we're trying to find our way back. I think we get a little turnaround. Reception's terrible, so our maps don't really work. And I think we're probably driving for maybe 30 minutes or more. And I'm using my phone, my friend's using their phone, and then Amada says, well, let me use my phone. It may be better. She's patting herself, checking her pockets as she's driving. Where's my phone? Where is it? Where did it go? And then we pull over, we look all over in the car, the phone's not there. So my friend Kat is her name. She got on to, find iPhone. And I even said, I was like, I'm sure it has to be in that guy's car, because you had it in your hand, Amada, as you were getting into the car. I remember that, and it must be in the car. And lo and behold, where the Find My iPhone app directed us to where that guy was parked waiting for his family. So we have to backtrack and make our way there. I'm calling Amada's phone, but nobody's answering. It's going to voicemail because reception, again, is terrible. I'm doing this with either no bars or one bar. And it's this whole rigmarole of adventure of us. We drive back to where he was parked. Then we check the other place where we were parked and he's not there. Then we find, we reach somebody who picks up Amada's phone, but the call fails because of the reception. And then we're kind of like Sherlock Holmes trying to piece together details of talking to this guy. We knew he lives in Queens, but Amada, being, as she says, nosy, asked the gentleman where he was staying with his family, and he said some resort in the Poconos. And she said, oh, well, what resort? And he says Wyndham. And of course, Amada is familiar with that resort. So she's like, well, he said Wyndham, didn't he? He said the Wyndham Resort. And Kat was like, yes. So we know at least that we're going to head to the Wyndham Resort in the Poconos, which from where we are is about 35-minute drive. So we're driving, and then also still trying to find our way there, but also contact Amada's phone and get contact with this gentleman. We finally do. We get a number before the call fails. Then we call that number, and we then communicate a rendezvous, which is where they're staying at the Wyndham Resort. And he sends me the GPS coordinates, the Google Maps, and then we're already halfway there. So I tell him, okay, we're on our way. And we drive up this winding road up to the Wyndham Resort. It's starting to get dark. And we meet him in the parking lot, and he gives Amada her phone. And of course yes, exactly. And he of course he teases us. He was like, he was he was thinking it was my friend Kat's phone, who didn't trust him initially getting in the car. So he was like, oh, it's gonna, like, he was ragging her about it, but we told him that it wasn't her phone, but Amada's phone. But it took us on this wild adventure. And it's funny, we were talking about the Poconos to my friend Catherine, but we didn't have time to go to the Poconos that day. But
We
Spirit
still
had
went.
other plans. So we did get to see, she got to see the Poconos.
Mhm.
And we made our way back. But it was a wonderful adventure with Amada, and we had a blast. And she got her phone back, and
then he realized he didn't have his license, right?
no.
Oh no, we
gave it
to
back to
him.
him.
Yeah, we gave it back to him.
But the weird thing is, none of us looked at it or took pictures of the ID. Like, we just like held on to it and then gave it back to him.
Mhm.
But luckily Amada had remembered Wyndham Resort. So we knew that even if we didn't make contact with him, that we were gonna at least go to the Wyndham Resort and go to the front desk and ask for at least a gentleman named Duke and a family, and and try to
Have any
investigate
families
that way.
around here? Yeah.
But yeah, it was most definitely a story that I'll remember for a lifetime, for sure.
A lot like life. It was a story that it was an analogy for everyday life.
Mhm.
Nice story, Terence.
Yeah.
Glad that you
Well,
were there. A
yeah, but I'll,
mother's heart goes out to you.
yeah, I'll go.
Oh, I treated your child like my own child.
Oh my.
I know
Yeah.
She got angry that I booked a hotel. She was like, no, I'm gonna drive you to New York City. Which she did, and yes, and it was I can't tell you how much laughter and how much fun it was.
Yeah, that's really great.
Yeah. So
Feet wet.
yes, and I got my feet wet. And my friend Catherine grabbed some stones from the stream.
That sounds beautiful.
Yeah. So
Well, I want to wish you all well on the spring equinox, and I will see you at the next juncture.
yeah.
Love you all.
Thank
Whereas
you.
my father says,
Take care.
see you at the
Thank you.
next turn.
Mom and everybody else.
Okay, Mary.
Great to
Hi,
see
Mary.
you.
Those
I have
cozy layers are gonna soon be peeled off.
no, I know. But I brought them with me today because it's raining and it's cold and it's damp, and I thought, even though I want to just put them in the closet, I still need them a little bit longer.
Just a few more weeks. We're getting there
Yes. Hopefully
soon.
2 or sooner than later. Yes. Thank
And
you.
and there will be adventures in the sun.
Yes, there will. Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Have a
Mary.
good.
And
Thank
thank
you.
you, everybody, for
Yeah.
being a part of it,
Take care.
the story and part of the healing today.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
You're very adventurous, Terence.
Oh man, and one thing I left out, I was doing this in dress shoes.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh, of course you
Yes.
were.
Oh,
I
God.
was hiking in
Yes.
the woods. I was climbing a mountain
Yes.
in my dress
What?
shoes.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to
gosh.
say that you picked up the family on the way back and took them to Duke before you realized that Amana lost her phone.
Oh.
But it was so funny because that drew our attention. The fact that this family was there with little kids and a stroller. I was like, wow, they're here with the stroller,
Yeah.
and life has a way to connect things, right? And connect us. And we ended up, this family that drew our attention ended up being this man's family.
Mhm.
And the man who at first he was entrusted, but yet he gave us a ride and he secured my phone and he says, look, I try to give you back your phone. Here is your phone. And I think it's not going to be the last we hear from him. I think we definitely are going to reconnect with him.
For
So
sure.
Spirit has a way of doing things. And I had told Terence, I said, it was meant for us to go through all this adventure, you know?
Mhm.
So I kept on telling him, hey, Spirit had meant for us to do this. Because
Yeah.
I always get upset at him. Let me know if you need something because I'll help you. And you know, so when he booked the hotel, I was like, why? I was gonna drive you, you know? And I ended up driving anyways, you
Yeah.
know.
And we and if we got home, like we got to 148th and Broadway where I live, right at 11:30 on the dot. And that's exactly when the train would have rolled into Penn Station if we had taken the train. So on
Interesting.
Saturday night. So yeah, it was a wonderful adventure and full of messages from Spirit for sure. But yes, you know, Amana, when you said it, it just immediately, it just like, yeah, it felt right. Felt we were exactly where we needed to be.
Mhm.
I forgot to tell my mother I got scratch off tickets.
Huh?
I forgot to tell my mother about the scratch off tickets.
Oh.
You won a ticket at scratch off day?
No, my one friend got scratch off ticket and won a free ticket. But it's a family. It's my mother's family is like, we love scratch off tickets. And so for Easter and for Christmas and for my birthday, my grandmother will send me scratch off tickets. My mother will send scratch off tickets to her family. We'll get scratch off tickets from my mother and Dawn, who's you all know, she's obsessed with scratch off tickets. So so we're spreading the scratch off fever. But yes,
They are fun.
my mother loves scratch off tickets. So it's just we were at a gas station and we were just, I thought it would be fun. But anyways, many blessings. I must leave you all. Cecilia, still in that sunlight. And us
Yeah.
is still in that sunlight.
It's extremely sunny here right now. I have a sound therapy. I'm doing the one with Drift, Leslie.
Are you? I have to contact him because I don't know if he saw my email.
Let's see. Nice and sunny, blue skies.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
Clouds. Happy.
It's a little overcast in New York.
It's been raining, like I said, and now it's a bit windy. A lot of the military airplanes going over today on Sundays.
Well,
They're
many more sunny days ahead of us.
Yeah.
right. A bit too having 80-degree weather for at least 3 days this week. So
Oh, wow.
Good, enjoy.
Yeah.
it gets kind of,
Yeah.
anyway, but I have the next class in half an hour. It's been a busy day.
Okay, well, have fun.
Yeah, center yourself before you go back into the Zoom.
I think I'm going back outside to nature and walking again. That's
Good.
my grounding. Go check out the hawk and see if I see them again, the pair.
Funny enough, we saw some hawks circling around while we were driving.
Today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we saw 5 of them
Oh my.
just
Nice.
circling. And
I have a
we stopped the car and pulled over to the side immediately to look at them.
They're so amazing. And this one, I believe there's more than 2, but a specific couple, and the female is just huge.
That's nice. You've got a pair.
Yeah, they're a pair. I saw them together, like on the top of a tree, and she was squawking at him, like, "Get out!"
Bring me a stick. Yeah. I want
So
a thing.
it's
Yeah, I
pretty
have
neat.
this wonderful animal guide book by a gentleman by the name of Stephen D. Farmer, and I recommend it's fun. He has a deck
Cards.
deck of cards that goes with it. And
Mhm.
What's the name of it?
Power animals.
Oh,
Power
okay.
Animals. He has another one, which is messages from your animal spirit guides, which is this one.
I have that one.
Oh,
Yeah, this one is really great, but I'm always doing both at the like one after the other.
Mhm.
So just to compare notes, because some of them are a little different.
Mhm.
What does
But
it say? Hawk. We need to know before.
these were my godfather's books that he had, and
That's
I get
nice.
a lot out of them. And so it says here, so the hawk represents perspective. So the hawk's message for you: I'm a creature of the air. I am fascinated by what I can see from up here. I'm not always hunting when you see me. Much of the time, I'm just cruising, riding with the currents, and enjoying the vast landscapes before me. It provides such an awesome and beautiful perspective. And that's what you need, perspective. You're too caught up in the mundane aspects of your life, and that's a fertile ground for worrying. You're too close to your concerns, so take a break from them. Fly away for a while. It will help. Don't get so hung up in the details of your life, and instead trust in the power you can generate by moving with the currents of life. Stop trying to change others or the situation and accept things as they are. Take some time out to just be, perhaps by sitting high up on some rocks or taking a walk through the forest or in the mountains. You're at your best when you maintain your spiritual perspective, and it's really not that difficult to do. You have experience and wisdom that you too quickly turn away from or deny. Trust that, and you'll see the fundamental truth in all this.
what a nice message.
Very
And-
nice.
That's a beautiful
And
message.
how it parallels that journey that we went on, Amada.
Yeah, beautiful message.
Nice.
Well,
Nice.
I bid you all a wonderful evening and many blessings, and we will see each other at the next turn.
Thank you very much, Terence.
You're very welcome. Thank
See
you.
everyone.
You.
Bye-bye.
Terence, are you able to stay for a second?
I can, of course.
Okay.
Just one moment.
Yeah.